Update for you here. Fargo police identifying the victim in Monday night's deadly shooting in Fargo. Late last night, police identified him as 24-year-old Zion Brooks of Fargo. Fargo police are continuing to look for a, quote, person of interest in that deadly shooting. He's 20-year-old Javante Malik Logan. He also goes by Amir Logan. Last night, Fargo police announcing they recovered a gray 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe with North Dakota plates 628DZR. If you were tuning in yesterday, you know they were looking for that vehicle, but they were unable to find Logan himself. If you do see him or know anything about where he may be, police say do not approach him, just call 911. This shooting happened at the Arbors apartment complex on 23rd Street South in Fargo just after 8 on Monday night. Yesterday, police were in and out of that area investigating. Stick with Valley News Live as we continue to follow this developing story.